Hello again, everybody. This is my second video today, giving you a report and telling you about our Southern California cross-stitch retreat, what happened there, pictures from it, also visiting my sister, and the highway stitching that I did the last week and a half, and from about September 24th to about October 5th. So anyway, I'm going to go on and show the things that we did, pictures, things that we received for goodie bags, free patterns, the table, this the show-off table. I also went to Stitcher's Paradise in Las Vegas and what I got there. So anyway, I'll start this out by probably what I got at Stitcher's Paradise. I would highly recommend Stitcher's Paradise to anybody who can make a trip there. It's a little tiny small store, but boy, what it lacks in smallness, it makes up with just being crammed packed with tons of fabric, new patterns, hard to find patterns, flosses. It is, and all kinds of goodies that you can buy for gifts for people. It is amazing store. I bought some patterns while I was there, so I will show you now what I got there. I picked up this Heart and Hand patchwork sheep. Count your blessings, stitch them one by one. This makes me think of you, Melanie, of Yarns and Threads. I like sheep too, but I really like this one about stitching the sheep. Stitching in the sheep. So I also got this Teresa Kogut pattern, Early American Folk Art. It's called One Day at a Time. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. This is such a cool pattern. I love those birds, love those flowers, and I love the saying. Because, yeah, best things about the future is it comes one day at a time. If you're having difficulties one day, then you can move on to the next, and it'll be better. So, that's the same by Abraham Lincoln, and it's so true. I also picked up this Prairie Schooler, one of the regular old school book ones. I like this Starry Night. All the pictures, nativity pictures. This is booklet 109. It was, let me see, 2003. Well, I can't believe that's 16 years ago. I found this R&R Reproductions. I'll take it out of the bag. It's called Star Spangled Banners. I've never seen this before. Really liked it. It's all the changes of our American flag from before we became a country on up to recently. There's flags here that are like from way back. There's like the England flag and all the way up till now. Golly, they've got like from 1912 to 1959 it had 48 stars. In 1959 we admitted Alaska. In 1960 Hawaii was admitted. By presidential order was issued the positioning of the stars for the flags, so they changed that. In 1861, there were 34 states represented on a field of blue. After the southern states succeeded, Lincoln did not allow the flag to be altered. Most people assume that the flags always had 13 stripes. With the addition of Vermont and Kentucky, a flag was adopted with 15 stripes and 15 stars, and it was first flown in 1795. So anyway, just really cool. It all goes all the way back to the Grand Union flag, which is the Cambridge flag, and it was the original flag that had no field of stars because we hadn't won our independence yet. So, and they're all positioned according to dates, and they have the date underneath them. So I thought this was pretty cool. Excited to get that one. I also got this friendship. No, this is part of my other stuff. I also got this Mary Smithies sampler by R&R. What I liked about this was the fact that it is one of the few samplers that was done by somebody in Utah. She did this in 1832. Hard to read it here. Let me see. She was born in 1837, and at the age of 9, her and her parents, Mary and her parents, migrated to the Great Salt Lake in one of the 4 handcart companies that made the trip across the United States. She married, and at the age of 19 had 5 children, and then she died in 1881. So this is a sampler that she actually made herself. So I thought that was really neat that it was made in Utah. So it was a sampler that somebody from Utah had stitched in their youth. So those are some of the things that I got from Stitcher's Paradise. So anyway, I traveled the rest of the way down to Southern California, and I met up with a friend of mine, Ruth Ann, and I've known her since 3rd grade, and we've been friends since then. She has started stitching up a storm. She's doing a lot of stitching now, and she came to our retreat, but she wanted to meet up with me ahead of time, and part of that was I gave her a little gift, but she decided to give me a birthday gift. So anyway, here's some of the stuff she gave me. Amazing person. Here's her sweet card. We'll always be friends, and it shows the 2 starfish in the sand. So she stitched me this ornament that says "Friendship Grows" on this beautiful blue fabric with the beautiful flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ruth Ann. I love you. I thought this was so pretty. She also gave me this National Parks calendar. She knows how much I love all the national parks and traveling. And I like to use these little calendars, you know, where I can put the dates in, and I just throw it in my purse. I do use my phone sometimes. I kind of go back and forth between one and the other. This one I like because it shows like the different parts of the national parks on different months, like the redwoods, and let's see what else they've got. This looks like Glacier. So it's got like all the national parks on a calendar. I like that. And then she also gave me an Alex and Annie bracelet. So it says loyal, inspiring, supportive friend. Isn't that pretty? Shows the flower. I love Alex and Annie bracelets, and I can add this to my collection. So thank you so much, Ruth Ann, for such wonderful birthday gifts. Love you lots. After I met up with Ruth Ann, then I headed down to meet up with some of the first stitchers that decided to go to our retreat, and we met up at a place called Tom's Farms, which has all kinds of fruits and vegetables and shops and food that we could stock up on to take with us to the retreat. And so I'll be showing some pictures later of us meeting at Tom's Farms. Then we went the rest of the way down to Temecula, California, and met up there. It took us about maybe 45 minutes, an hour from Tom's Farms. And what's really cool about the retreat place that we go to for the Southern California Stitchers is that it is kind of like a Catholic monastery retreat place, and the Catholic church part is in the front, and they have like a whole bunch of acreage, and they're up on top of this beautiful hill, and you look down and it's just expansive, like grapevines and rolling hills, and very quiet. And in the back of the church part, they have the retreat center with all the rooms that you stay in. And then behind that is where we have our classrooms. And there's 2 big, huge classrooms and room to set up for lots and lots of people. It's just a wonderful place to have a retreat. You get to stay there, and they feed you for the price. And the food is, oh my goodness, the food's so good. It's probably one of the best places I've been to being served food. I don't know how they do it, but it is excellent, excellent food. The last day, they give you this big, huge brunch, Sunday brunch, and with all kinds of just fancy, fancy, fancy food. So, and they give us whatever they want, whatever we ask for. If people have dietary issues, they're always right on top of it and give it to them right away. They give us fresh, warm scones in the morning. They bring them into our classroom. Fresh, warm scones, homemade. They're so good. So the retreat center is just perfect for us. I believe there was 33 of us this year. This is our 4th year, which is pretty exciting. Next year is our 5th year, so we're going to be doing a bunch of celebrating for that. It was started by my friend Kathy Kenna. She's kind of our like mother hen who takes care of all of her baby chicks that come to our retreat. We're grateful to her. Thank you, Kathy, for all the work that you do to put on the retreat every year and to have it at such a wonderful, wonderful spot. We have such a good time. Me and 4 other ladies who are floss tubers, we decided that we were going to make up a goodie bag for everyone there at the retreat. And so we got together ahead of time and decided that who was going to bring what. And so I want to show you what we came up with for our gift bag and what we have. First of all, my friend Heather from Confetti Stitcher dyed fabric for everybody in the retreat. And here's the piece that I got. She dyed some beautiful colors, brights, subtles, all kinds of colors, and she just did a beautiful job. Thank you so much, Heather, for dyeing all this fabric and giving us good sized pieces where we can work on a project. Thank you, Heather. Dory and Katie from Hobbies Up to Here, they donated some floss. This is 50% silk, 50% merino wool. This is wisteria. So they donated all this floss for all of us, a wool silk blend, and also donated some candy. More than just this, but I probably ate the other stuff. They donated some Linder candy. And I donated some scissor fobs. We went with the theme of like beachy theme because of being Southern California. I have a seahorse here that I've got. I have a good friend, Melanie Smith of Yarns and Threads, who lives in Idaho, and she does a floss tube. Her daughters are some of the sweetest people I have met. I love them dearly. Their youngest daughter, Emma, went ahead and made all these scissor fobs for our retreat. And she just generously gave of her time and labor and supplies to make these scissor fobs for us so that we could have just a nice stitchy gift along in our bag. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. I don't know if you watch this or not, but just a big thank you to you again for making these scissor fobs. Thank you, Melanie. Thank your whole family there. You guys are just wonderful. So that was our stitchy gift bag. Oh, and I also brought some Utah truffles, mint truffles that are made here in Utah that are really good. And I think people enjoyed those too. So us who made floss tube videos, I think contributed a nice gift bag to all the retreat participants. When we were putting together the goodie bags, Heather pulled out a bunch of fabric, other extra fabric that she dyed, and told us, the 5 of us, to just pick some more fabric that we wanted. And man, she's just the fabric queen right now down there dyeing fabric. And thank you, Heather. I picked up this piece of a green, a mottled green, kind of like a forest green. And then I also got this real pretty different shades of pink. Isn't that beautiful? So thank you, Heather, for those nice gifts. Thank you. And she didn't only just do that. She also made each one of us who was contributing to the goodie bag a project bag. And my project bag has all these sparklies all over it. Look at all these sequins. And she told me, she said she thought about me because I started doing my first Mucha Princess from Disney. So she used Disney fabric. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it. All kinds of Disney fabric all over it. Cinderella, Snow White. Oh my goodness. Sleeping Beauty. All the princesses. This is such an awesome bag. And it's big too. Because, I don't have a whole lot of really big project bags. So, thank you, Heather. Confetti Stitcher, thank you so much for this great bag. It's really cool. So, those were surprises to us as we were putting together the goodie bags. I mean, it's like all of a sudden she's going, oh, here, take whatever fabric you want. Oh, here, I got a project bag for each one of you. So thank you, Heather. That was really great. They had a freebie table, and of course I had to pick up some freebie stuff from the table. I picked up this Friendship Saltbox sampler. And I think it's just a fun sampler with the house. Love the house. Also got this Bent Creek, the seasons. It's all the different seasons of the year. This is an Erica Michaels Oceans of Wisdom. Some of the things they say is take time to coast. Don't be crabby, and it shows a crab. See the beauty, SEA the beauty, and make waves. I had seen this at shop and liked it, and then saw it there. Someone was giving it away. I really like this. I would love to get to working on this, but I doubt if I will. One of my favorite songs. I'm a Wizard of Oz fan, as you know. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, oh witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead, from La Di Da. That was on the giveaway table. This Marcia tree ornament. I thought this would be fun. I was thinking I would bead it. Make it all in beads. Thought it'd look really pretty. One of the group picked this one up and handed it to me. They said, Colette, we know you love Southwest stuff. It's like all kinds of Southwest borders. And it is kind of cool. See all the different borders that they've got there? They're Southwest looking. You can use them for patterns that you're doing. And I picked up a couple magazines. Now I've got to see what it was I saw in the magazine that I liked. One of them is Cross Stitch and Country Crafts from 1990. Oh, I know, it was this one, the illuminated manuscript. Like a medieval picture of a lady stitching by the castle. And then I also got this cross stitcher. This is 2003, and I liked the sampler on the front. It says, on this fabric forever stands the labor of my busy hands, to remain when I'm gone for my friends to look upon. I just like that saying. So maybe I'll get a chance to do that sometime. So this is some of the freebie things on the freebie table. I also took pictures of the brag table. So we did have some things on the brag table that people brought. I forgot to bring my things just to brag and show off. I guess with how busy everything was for me to get ready, that was pretty good. That was the only thing I forgot, but couldn't add anything to the brag table of my own. But I did show I do have pictures of it that I will show at the end of the video. After it was over with, we were there from Thursday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. I went to my sister's house after that, and spent 5 days there with her visiting. She only lives about 40 minutes from where the retreat is, so it works out really good to visit her because she's like about 2.5 hours from LA, Orange County area. So if I was staying there, it takes me a long time to get to her. When I got there, I gave her a little gift for staying at her house, but she turned around and gave me birthday presents. She loves to do the music cards. That's her big thing. So this is the music card that she got me. It says, "We're still really hot." Donna Fargo. I mean, not Donna Fargo, Donna Summers. Hot stuff. So she's so funny. And then she also gave me this key and cross. It says, "A sister is a friend for life." Thank you, Allison. Love you so much. And this is really cool, but I don't want to undo the whole thing because it turns out to be a tote bag. When you unzip it, it opens up into a really big tote bag, but you can keep it in your purse and use it whenever you might be somewhere that you didn't think you were going to be picking something up, but you need a bag for. And she got C is for clever and be courageous because of my name, Colette. So, and it probably ends up being, this is just little and I can put it in my purse, but it probably ends up being like a good 12 by 12 size when it's opened up. So that was nice of her to do that for me. And I'm trying to think of what else. After that, I pretty much headed back to Utah. So I will post some pictures here at the end of my video on what we did, all the fun pictures of people and how fun retreats can always be, and pictures with my sister. Her and I, we did some hiking. We also went to see the movie Downton Abbey, and we went to wish and take out to Dustin, her son, and take him out to eat with his fiance. And what else did we do? Oh, just hung around and relaxed. Boy, I love relaxing there. It's so calm and quiet. She lives on like 10 acres out in the country, and it's just very quiet and peaceful. So I enjoyed that. I'll have pictures of that. So anyway, that's my trip, retreat trip. Just wanted to give you a little bit of what happened on our retreat. And I enjoyed it a lot. The SoCal Stitching Retreat is real laid back for me. It's easy to get to. It's not a lot of where you have to do things. We pretty much just allow people to do whatever. And, we don't have SAG gifts that you worry about, or we don't have other things. We just kind of relax and stitch and have fun. So anyway, that's about it for now, and I will post this video as soon as I get a chance, as soon as I put the pictures on. And my second time that you can see me today, if you enjoyed it. So anyway, love you guys a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Probably do a video in a couple weeks. I'm hoping maybe a week and a half if I get around to doing it right after I get home from Midwest. So see you guys later, and happy stitching.